We did.
We had a big U-Haul van, and Mark, Dan, and Peter drove it down there to Crosbyton. They unloaded it in Joe's Museum, and then they came back up for Carl's dig.
Oh, okay. Now, when that happened, and that was, as far as you're concerned, that was the end of the
Allosaur dig.
Allosaur dig there.
Well, there was talk of, there was other bones on the site.
Right.
There was other dinosaurs there.
Right.
So they were going to go back and look for more.
And as far, what's the next thing you heard or knew about
The whole Allosaur situation?
Uh-huh.
Dad told me a while ago, or I guess it was Philip. No, it was Dad. Dad talked to Joe and said that the Drosses took the dinosaur. And I was like, well, that's kind of strange. Why would they take it from Joe's Museum? You know, it seems kind of stupid. And so I figured them and Joe had something worked out because, well, they don't know anything. They don't know how to excavate that kind of stuff because no one's taught them anything. And so I figured, Joe was going to go somewhere and help him prep it out or something.
What was the condition of the skull? Was it cracked up? And
when we plastered it up, as far as I could see, there was no cracks in it. It looked pretty. It was just, teeth were all nice and shiny and black.
Wow.
Its mouth was, I think, slightly opened, I think.
Yeah.
Because, the muscles relax in the jaw and they open up when they die.
So, is that pretty much it for the end of it? Have you had any more contact with the Drosses over time?
Well, I tried to get in contact with them a while ago because they had Dan Burns had a lot of he had a camera, so he was taking pictures of everything. So I was trying to get, because we went to Montana after, we went to the Allosaur dig, then we went to Dr. Ball's dig, and then we went to Montana to work with Otis Klein up there.
The Drosses went with you?
Yeah, they went up there because the whole deal with this was the reason, because, Joe was trying to get the Drosses more experience. That's why we went to the Allosaur dig. That's why we went to Carl's. That's why we took the Drosses up there, because we wanted them, or Joe wanted them to get, you gotta do it to know it.
So Joe was helping them?
Well, yeah, he was training.
And he wasn't charging them anything?
Well, no.
Just out of the kindness of his heart, he was helping them?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, he's a pretty nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
And, so we went up to Montana, and then we,
So they got an education for free?
Well, well, it wasn't a complete education.
Right.
It was just the beginning. It could have been good.
But that
See,
was the start.
the reason we went up to Montana was there's 3 different things, with digging up dinosaur. There's probably a lot more, but there's, you gotta find the dinosaur. And you gotta know where to look. You gotta know, what it looks like. You gotta know what bone looks like and all different types. In Montana and Colorado, the bone looks different. It looks different everywhere because different minerals in the soil make the bone look different. And so in Montana, after we went up there, we were looking, looking around, the cliffs and stuff to actually find an animal. And there's lots of dinosaurs up there. Montana is just plumb full of them. And we were up there looking for a dig site to dig at. We didn't have one set up. We thought we had a T-Rex up there, but it turns out it wasn't. That was a very big disappointment. But anyway, you gotta get on your 4-wheeler and you gotta go out there and you gotta scout around. You gotta get used to looking at the bone, looking at the ground, finding the bone, finding the rock, telling the difference and stuff. So, you gotta, that year was a crash course in paleontology type of thing. Because, you learn how to dig them up, learn how to plaster them. We were going to learn how to prep them, but that kind of went haywire.
Why did it go haywire?
Well, the bones disappeared. You can't work on something that's not there. Drosses came and picked up the bones, and, well, I didn't know I think they told Philip that they were taking the bones to a secure location. Top secret.
Why? Did they say why?
Someone to steal it, I guess. It's hard to steal it from people that's already stolen it.